What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Today we are playing in the Emirates FA Cup semi-final versus Preston North End. And we actually got probably the good end of the bargain taking on Preston, because I think it was possibly Chelsea. No, I think it was Arsenal and another top side left in the rest of the top four. So I think we got probably the good end of the bargain, and hopefully we can go and make the most of it. A few, I guess, just things to keep you guys in the loop with what's been happening. We lost both Gill and Scott Sinclair, so both of our right midfielders, to injury very early on, and this is when Adama was still slightly injured as well. So we really were struggling on that right hand side of the pitch for a while. Adama's back now though, so that's that's good that we have someone who can actually play in that wing rather than having to play someone like Joe Cole. And surely that is a foul, ref. Thank you very much. I was going to say, if it wasn't, we were potentially in big trouble, but we managed to go and get through there. Wendell, who picked up an injury a wee while ago, he's come back. He's now fit, but only a place on the bench for him today. Can't break into the starting lineup. And apart from that, no other real injury concerns. Everything going along hummingly for this Villa side. And with things going along hummingly, it's a foul, ref, tugging my shirt. With things going along hummingly, that is how I would describe our league performance. I guess just our season in general. We've got 6 games left. We've played 32. And we are currently, I think, 6 points ahead of 5th place. So currently sitting in 4th. And we've got, we've got a wee bit of breathing room in those Champions League qualification spots. So that's a good ball through to Adama. Oh my goodness! Adama! Why has this guy not been starting ahead of both Sinclair and Gill? Well, I mean, maybe not Sinclair because he is a gun, but it's ahead of Gill. First goal in the FA Cup, and it is an absolute ripper from Adama to put Villa up 1-0 with probably my first shot of the game. That's a foul. He's been mugged off big time. So yeah, pretty happy with the way things are going in the league. Obviously, pretty happy with the way things are going in the FA Cup as well. We have managed to go and make our way through to the semi-final, and if things stay the way they are, probably going to be looking at heading to the final to take on one of those big clubs, as I said. So, pretty interesting. Obviously, the end of the season is coming up. We are only 6 games away from the end of the Premier League season. So, I've got a few different, I guess, choices that I'm going to go and make. And these are things that I have thought about. Obviously, next Thursday is going to be the last Thursday that I am doing recordings for the year, because it is Christmas Eve the following Thursday. So we have, so 17th the next Thursday, and then the Thursday after that is the 24th. So obviously won't be doing recordings then, and probably not doing them, well, I won't be doing them until I come back from my overseas trip. So a few things. So if we win this game, which if things stay the way they are, obviously will happen, the last episode of the year, we will be bringing you the FA Cup final. That's an absolutely shocking shot, Jordan Ayew. What were you thinking? You picked up a hat-trick not too long ago. You've been scoring goals for fun, and you go and give me that when you're beaming through, running through on goals. So those options, few options I have. As I said, if we do win the FA Cup, we are going to be bringing you the FA Cup final. If not, we'll bring you the last league game, which I think is against Arsenal anyway. So we could be playing them potentially back-to-back. Because if things... The way I think things work is that the FA Cup is after the England regular season. I mean, if I am wrong, do let me know down in the comments, but I'm pretty sure you always play through the league season in England and then obviously come to the Cup later on. Adama, this guy is a freak. Just can't quite get the finish there, but what a game he is having so far. He has had he had obviously that first shot that he picked up a goal, and then another very good chance. Basically, there was no way he should have got onto that ball and just absolutely killed it. And that's been put across. Bit of a dangerous ball, but comes to nothing. No one in the middle, and we will take the throw-in. So, it's a very exciting game so far. I mean, it has been. It's been end to end. And anything just really feels like it could happen. Especially with the way Adama is playing. That's a great ball. I was going to say not the greatest of touches, but actually a fairly decent touch from Jordan Ayew, just to keep it going and keep the momentum up. But see, this is where we've got to watch out for. We do seem to be pushing quite high up and that is leaving us exposed at the back on the counter-attack, which we don't want to do in the second half. Remember, it is only 1-0, and we don't really want to go. I don't know if we get to the semi-final stage, I don't know if the games go, are they replayed in the semi-final stage, or they do go to extra time. I know in the regular season that games do go, like, they're replayed rather than going to extra time and having penalties and stuff like that. But I think once you get to the semi-final stage, games aren't replayed. I could be wrong, but yeah, as far as I'm aware, passing's been good today. 90%. Preston's been even better, 93%. That's a good clearance. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Our midfield just seems to be non-existent. But the one good thing about that is when we are able to break forward, it is good because we've got plenty of players upfield. We just can't seem to quite make the most of it at the moment. But still plenty of time. Don't need to panic. We're still in the lead. So, if we were down 1-0, might be a bit of a different story. Might be starting to panic a little bit. And I guess go searching for that equaliser. But at the moment, really just going and trying to consolidate and pick up that second goal just to give us a little bit of breathing room going forward. So, but I mean, Preston have looked dangerous today. Obviously we picked up that goal with Adama early on, but they have looked dangerous. They've looked good on the counter-attack. They've been good in possession. They just seem to have so much space, and I don't know if that's them playing well or if it's just our midfield being lazy, which today it seems like they have been a little bit lazy. They just haven't really been tracking back or moving too much. I mean, like, look at this. Get forward, boys. It's basically just the front two. It's basically Mbolo and Ayew having to do all the work. Just as I say that, Gay comes up and produces an absolute ripper. Almost gets the follow-up at the edge of the box. But that's better play from Villa. The guy's getting forward. The midfielder's getting forward. And that's what we want to do. I think there was potentially... Yeah, there is a substitution. Kilkenny coming on for Walsh. Adama's been... He's on the ball again. He's had an absolute superb game. Absolutely superb. I mean, he should have probably had two. He should have probably put another one away. But he's had that first goal that he scored. He had no right to score that. Just not close enough to the keeper. On the penalty spot, which wasn't the bad thing to do. The early ball was on from Grealish. And that's why it was delivered nice and early. But just not really making that run in time. And this is where, as I said, Preston are looking dangerous. They're getting forward in numbers, and again, having to clear. Come on, you win that header. We need to get something going on the counter-attack. They don't really have too many back now. And with good reason. There's only 10 minutes left. You're in a semi-final. You want to be getting forward. But I mean, look at this. There isn't many left back whatsoever. So if we can get the ball like we have here, hold it up, and boom, Abolo's through. This to make it 2-0 and to put the icing on the cake, and he's done it. You are going to see this Villa side going to Wembley for the FA Cup final next episode, unless something incredible happens here from Preston. But a great game, and that was it was waiting to happen. Preston were just pouring the numbers forward, and just left, I guess, guilty at the back, not getting back. But, I mean, semi-final, you've got nothing to lose. If you lose 1-0 or if you lose 3-0, it doesn't really matter, It's still the same. You still have to go home. It is knockout football. It's a bit risky, playing it all the way back to there when you've got one guy. Good save, Jack Butland. I was going to say, it's not that man Adama again, is it? He has put in a man-of-the-match performance here today. Obviously, Mbolo got the goal that did make it 2-0, gave us a bit of that insurance policy, but it was Adama who really controlled down that right flank, scored the opening goal, should have had two, but it doesn't matter because in the end, Villa are heading through to the FA Cup final to take on, I think, yeah, I can't quite remember if it is. I'm pretty sure Arsenal's in there, but I can't remember the other side. But you guys will find out next episode. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter links that can be found down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good week so far. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Don Bradman Cricket, my career reborn, carrying on with the Perth Scorchers in the Big Bash League. Make sure you do not miss that.